Myself Padmaja, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Today's topic is polymorphism concept in Python. Now, what is polymorphism? If you will see the literal meaning of polymorphism, poly means many, morphism means forms. That means the ability of a real-time object to represent itself in multiple forms. Now, in polymorphism concept, the same method or function it will be executed in different forms. So, polymorphism refers to the ability of a method to process objects differently depending on their data type or class. That means a particular method will behave differently in different situations according to the objects which you are providing. Now, let us see the uses of polymorphism in Python. Polymorphism is used in Python programs when we have commonly named methods or in two or more classes or subclasses. Okay, so it allows these methods to use the objects of different types at different times. So polymorphism provides flexibility. That means same method which is used in different classes, then it behaves differently or it behaves differently for different objects. So it provides the flexibility using which a code can be extended and easily maintained over time. Now, for example, there is a built-in method called length. So, which will give you simultaneously the length of a string, the length of a list, or length of any other object. That means the method is behaving differently in different contexts. So, if you will see here the example, in one example we are printing the length of a list. In the other one, we are printing the length of the string. So, for different objects, it behaves differently. So, this is called the multiple ways the same method can be used. This is polymorphism. Now, this polymorphism for a user-defined function. For example, calculate area is a method, user-defined method, which is created with different operations in different classes. For example, rectangle is a class and circle is a class over here. So, in the rectangle class, you can use the same method calculate area to calculate the area of the rectangle. Similarly, in the circle class, we can also use the same method with different parameters to calculate the area of the circle. So, that means the method name is same, but it is used for two different classes. So, this is called polymorphism. So, polymorphism can be combined with inheritance also, so that polymorphism can also be achieved through inherited classes. That means a method can be defined once and can be used in different classes. So, using the inheritance concept. So, in this way, using polymorphism, we can achieve the code reusability in Python. So, we can write the code once and use multiple times. This is called the dry principle of Python, that is called don't repeat yourself. Now, let us see this example. Suppose your rectangle is a class. So, there are two class variables, length and breadth. These are called the class variables. Now, there is a method called calculate area, which is defined in the base class, which is defined in the rectangle class. Now, this particular method is calculating the area by doing length into breadth. So, return self.length into self.breadth. Similarly, circle is another class and we are writing the same name, that is the method name calculate area. This is the same name we are using, but in this case it is computing differently, that is 3.14 into radius pi r square it is computing. So the method name in two different classes it is same and it has not used inheritance concept also, but it has simply used the polymorphism concept. So same method name can be used in different classes. Now, whenever you create an object of rectangle class and you can invoke the method, so REC is the object of rectangle class. So REC dot calculate area. Similarly, for a circle class, it is CIR is the object name dot calculate area. So the methods will behave differently based on the objects of different class. So you can compute the area of rectangle and area of circle using the calculate area method, which is used in different classes. Now, the same thing, the polymorphism concept can also be used with inheritance. So, polymorphism allows us to define a child class method with the same name as that of parent class method. So, you can use the concept of inheritance and you can access it. For example, car is a parent class and race car is the child class. Suppose there are one base class is there, that is car, and race car is the child class. Now, if you have a method called drive method, which is defined in both the classes for different operations. So, how it is done using polymorphism, let us see one example. See, here car is a base class and it has a method called drive. So, the output is, if you invoke this method of the parent class, the output is I can drive at a speed of 60 km per hour. Similarly, there is a child class. The child class is race car and it inherits the properties of the base class. So, race class is your derived class over here and your car is the parent class over here. Now, inside the child class also, the name of the method is drive. That means the same name can be used in both the places. So, and I can drive at a speed of 40 km per hour, it is written. So, it is using inheritance concept. It is also using polymorphism concept where the same method name is used in both the parent class and the child class. Now, let us see how to use it. So, for that, first of all, create the objects of both parent class and child class. So, here Maruti 1 is the object of your parent class. Maruti 2 is the object of race car, that is for the child class. Now, call the drive method using the appropriate object. If you want to execute the drive method of parent class, then write the parent class object dot method name. So, Maruti 1 dot drive. So, the parent class method will be executed. Maruti 2 dot drive. Maruti 2 is the object of child class dot drive is the method. So, your drive method of the child class will be executed. So, this way, the polymorphism and inheritance concept can be combined and you can write the programs. Thank you so much. In this video, we have learned about what is polymorphism and how to achieve polymorphism.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.